the looks. All the looks, Leo. It's your girl, Jay. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021, baby. Leo, your energy feels really, really good. You got the sun, your ruling planet, in Capricorn. And I do feel like the aesthetic is going to change. The aesthetic is going to matter, but don't do something. Play with makeup, play with your workout routine, play with your eating regimen. Don't like give yourself bangs or bleach your hair or do something that is going to like be damaging or irreversible. That could be it. That's just a thing. Some of you may be thinking about cutting your hair or doing something different to your hair. Just be careful. If there's a change that you want to make, how about you change your health routine or ramp up your health routine in regards to your hair? Deep conditioning it more often, doing hair masks, things of that nature, and just even like ramping up your self-love regimen just in general, Leo, is what really like comes through. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. They're rolling out as they roll out. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything for daily tarot readings. Really check out TikTok at this point. Fucking Instagram. Though my Instagram is justj_everything. TikTok is the same, I believe, honestly. All the links are below in the description box. And for other dope shit that I do for customized herbal self-care products, go check out my website, justjeverything.com. Now, as I'm filming this, Leo, Jupiter is going into Pisces, or it probably will be in an hour or so, if anything. And there is like, it's like one of the other benefics. Some people won't call the sun a benefic, but I do feel like the sun is, I'm just going to consider it a benefic force planet. And so in my opinion, I do feel like there is something about what if it works out? What if it is good for you? What if it, like, something being better than expected? Better than I imagined. That Her song. I don't know all the words, but go listen to Better Than I Imagined. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I do feel like just things are turning up, and it's going to, I really think that there could be some highlighted superficiality, though, that's coming up. And the ways that you may be being too superficial, or maybe you've been keeping something on the surface with someone, or you know what I mean? It's just like something is getting deeper, things are enriching. And Jupiter going into Pisces is going to make for a really lucky New Year's Eve for everyone. So happy Gregorian New Year's Eve. I personally think the New Year is in spring, and Aries season, the spring equinox. But there is this effervescence. It's like, this effervescence that's coming in. So let that in. But also really, really be careful of any like addictive qualities. Making sure that you just have a handle on your shit. I will just leave it at that. And that's going to resonate differently for all of you. On January 2nd, Mercury is going to have a happy new year, whatever it is that you do. Plant good seeds, quality seeds, reinvent yourself, whatever it is. But on January 2nd, Mercury is going into Aquarius. And so I do feel like communication can get really vast or spacey or out there. You really thinking about your impact on the many versus the few. Really determining who your few core people are versus, you know, your collective. I do feel like also this, I mean, this is the same day as the new moon in Capricorn also. And so there's definitely like makings for rapid ascension, for revolutionary ascension, for really allowing yourself to meet the deadline, make new deadlines, get things together, like really accomplish some shit. There is just like the doers. Like, what do you, Capricorn is I use. So it's like, how are you utilizing your resources? How are you taking care of yourself so that you can sustain the energy that you need to get prepared, to stay prepared. It's like if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. On January 14th, Mercury will be retrograding in Aquarius. So there's definitely going to be reassessments and like who is the few that, you know, that you consider versus the many that you entertain. On the 17th of January, we have a full moon in Cancer. And so there are going to be releases in emotionality and emotional cycles in regards to, and the people that you love and the people that are part of your soul and the people that you're in the realm of your home. There's going to be release and change in maybe your property and where you live, things of that nature. It's going to manifest for everybody differently. There'll be separate videos for the Mercury retrograde and the full moon. Interestingly enough, though, on the 18th of January, this is a jam-packed week. Capricorn season is not fucking around. January 18th, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. And so there's a lot of like change and upheaval that is going to be propelling us towards our purpose, because that same day on the 18th, the North Node moves into Taurus. And this feels very just revolutionary. So light it if you got it, hydrate. So I want to ask for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Capricorn season 2021. First card out, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like focus, get to it. Try again. What are you working on? Some of you, I feel like, allow the change in your aesthetic. Allow yourself to zhuzh up. Allow yourself to do something different. Allow yourself to try different looks or try something again. Allow yourself to focus on something. There may be a need to like really kind of mind your business and to put your nose to the grindstone financially. Maybe you're acknowledging, like achieving some sort of financial balance. Maybe trying to break a financial cycle. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements coming in that you have victory with. There may be some sort of work that's going into establishing like a victory over an obstacle. There may be work going in or effort that you're putting into someone with Cancer, with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I do feel like there's just like focus on maybe focusing on the Cancer, focusing on the people with Cancer or Earth placements. I feel like some of you are really like saving maybe to move, saving to travel. There also may be, if you know something is off with your car, don't wait on it. Don't sleep on it. I feel like it's important, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you to like take heed to the hunches that you have about your car. Maybe you need a tune-up. Maybe you need the oil change, whatever it is. Or if there's some sort of improvement that you've been wanting to do, just do it. Maybe some of you are trying to get a car or finally saving for a car. There's work coming in with a car. 3 of Swords just came out. So 3 of Swords at the center of the reading. I feel like if there's been any heartbreak or ailment or miscommunications or disappointments that have been experienced, you get to the heart of the matter. I feel like some of you are really getting victory over maybe some anxiety or depression, maybe some situation that was rooted in your childhood, or rooted in a wound caused by somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. Oh, this is going to be a juicy plunge, Leo. Three of Swords, then Three of Cups just came out too. I do feel like some of you, it's just like you're getting victory. It's like because you're putting in the work, or if you haven't put in the work, this is the season to do so. Put in the work, boo, on yourself. Put in the work to heal this. Put in the work to get to the root of this. And for some of you, I feel like this is the work that needs to be put in is meditation. Not just getting quiet and forcing yourself to push your thoughts away, or not think your thoughts. Listen to the thoughts that come up. Acknowledge them. Trace things back to the root. Allow yourself to like really ask questions on the thoughts that you're thinking. Where did this come from? Where did I learn to believe this about myself? Or where did I learn to talk to myself that way? Or which parent did I watch talk to themselves this way, or be degrading, or be disrespectful, or be mean, or sharp, or self-sacrifice, or overgive, or be very detached. It's just like there's something about getting to the root of something, so that once you get to the root of it, you can start to really celebrate. You can co-create with the divine from a place of putting in the work. Will grant you the victory that you need, babe, so that you can co-create with the divine from a place of trust and celebration versus pain and wounding and feeling the need to protect or guard yourself. I do feel like there are people coming in. They may have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements. Who are really gonna like maybe poke or prick at your wound to like, hey, this is still a thing. Like someone like poking at, hey, like you thought you had a scar there, but someone pokes at it and all of a sudden it bleeds a little. You know what I mean? Or it opens up. There, that's the imagery. It's like something some ache gets brought to the surface in some sort of way, some disappointment. And I'm saying like someone may be disappointing you, or you may be disappointing someone, or it's just like something that you thought that you were over, maybe coming back up. It's going to manifest for you all differently. For some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's in your friend group. It's like, ooh, I just heard pick your poison. And just because you and this person pick the same poison doesn't mean that like it's good for you. It doesn't mean that it's like healthy. Yeah, Emperor at the bottom of the deck. There's got to be some sort of structure, discipline. Maybe somebody with Aries or Scorpio placements coming in. Maybe a healing with the father. Some sort of like person that's very like strong in who they are, very confident, I feel like is coming in to really help you focus on yourself so that you can integrate the lessons that you've needed to learn from this pain, from this heartache, so you can achieve balance in your light and shadow side. Everybody's like talking all this shit on the shadow side, and the shadow, it ain't going anywhere. It's attached to you. It's a part of you. It's a huge untapped resource within you. Your shadow is not your enemy. Some of you, I feel like there's something beneficial about you like doing some meditation where you try to meet your shadow. And that's something that I've been saying a lot lately, actually, like that's been coming up for me. Like I delight in my shadow. And it's something that just slipped out. It wasn't like, it's not really an affirmation or anything like that. It's just like, I'm that person who like, I am an Aries. Like I'm an Aries. Like I enjoy violence. I enjoy like, I will be the first one to tell you, you know what I mean? Like I don't hide, or like I very much so am, me and my shadow are real close, just like me and my light are real close, because we're all out here co-creating and balanced so that we can move forward. It's like if the shadow is not fed and honored and delighted, the shadow's gonna be this little itty bitty kitten, while you got all of this, all you light workers, I do so much light work, blah blah blah. And it's like you got, okay, like a sphinx here, but it's like you ain't going nowhere with the just this one sphinx and the kitten that you like trying not to like crush, you know, under the wheel. It's balance. You've got to figure out what that balance looks like for you. And the balance is, it's like the rub is the rub is like we are not all light. Like we never were supposed to be, you know? There's like science to this shit. You're not, there can't be light without dark. And so if you don't really like allow yourself to, and when I say I delight in my shadow, if I were to have violent thoughts, I would, that doesn't mean, or like dark thoughts or the homicidal thoughts, like I don't act on that shit. That's not me delighting on any of that. I'm just saying I am hyper aware of who my shadow is within me, when it shows up, why it shows up, what form it takes, what it looks like, what its name is. You know what I mean? Like I have an intimate relationship with my shadow, and I think that's something that's coming up for you guys. And it's not something for you to be afraid of. It is an untapped power source within you. They both have to be equal and balanced in order to propel forward. But as long as you take the time, put the work in, even it's funny how like the work is that needs to be put in, it's facing the shadow side. It's like he's focusing on, like the card didn't, you know, isn't facing this way. And even if it was, you know, it's not, it's still not facing that shadow side the way that it is on in the order that it came out. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Sorry. A Mercury retrograde's coming, so I'm already stuttering. So it's like there's this effort and energy that needs to be put into honoring and acknowledging and harnessing the power of your shadow. And like time to figure out what that looks like. Because if you are self-sacrificing and just feeling like you're letting everybody take advantage, if you're feeling really taken advantage of, if you're feeling just like, you know, why does this always happen to me? Like, blah, you know, or because there are some of you watching who are there. It's time to dig into your shadow. And let's say that you're not in a victim mentality or anything of that nature. I do feel like there is something about delighting in or digging deeper to the root. Maybe figuring out what shadow work means to you. Do your own research so that you can really get to the root of it. And it starts in the realm of the mind. It starts in the realm of asking the right questions and allowing yourself to observe where you learn these certain behaviors, thought patterns, speaking patterns. Where did you learn them from? And the new ways that you've changed, have they changed because of who you've been around? You know, there may be some sort of disappointment or heartbreak in your friend group. I do feel like it's really important to just like pay attention to who you're surrounding yourself with, Leo, because I feel like some of you are getting ready to go into a friend group that you already know is really toxic, or like it's like you guys have the same vices or something of that nature. But there's some of you who are finally like pulling away and going into friend groups that just feel really like chill and healthy and right and conscious, intentional, not like this, you know, drug fuel, whatever. I don't know. And I don't know why I'm picking that up. It could just because I do feel like there is something about sobriety. And the Three of Pentacles just came out. I'm going to let that stay. Because it's just like there are new foundations that are going to be laid that are to be celebrated. But you need to make sure that the people that you're surrounding yourself with are fucking qualified. If you need help, they need to be qualified for the job. If you're thinking about therapy, do it. 3 threes in this reading. We're going to dive into it, but I just feel like there's a whole lot of co-creation. Pay attention to, I feel like there's something about March 3rd also just came in. March 3rd, uh, maybe something 2023 for some of you. I do feel like there's like information coming in about numbers. Pay attention to like the numbers symbolism. I do feel like there may be like, fuck it, threesomes, third party situations. I feel like some of you are finally going into, if you are polyamorous, there may be some like solid situation that you're finally like going into, something that feels like really like sound, structurally sound. And then there are some of you who I feel like are hurting, or I mean healing, finally like at a new level of healing in regards to some kind of scandal or something that was done with like a non-consensual third party. There may have been some sort of infidelity or cheating, or maybe somebody crossed the line of your relationship in some way. And I feel like there is like finally a new sense of trust. And because there is a new sense of trust, harmony is able to like come in and be established. And that trust, and the lesson that I feel like the root of the problem is, now you can identify imbalanced power structures. You can identify when something doesn't make sense, when you're giving more than you're getting, or vice versa. Some of you, it's just like it finally makes sense, and you understand how to give yourself harmony in a different way than you have ever given yourself that before. And because you understand it and you are willing to put the work in to overcome any of the obstacles or trials, the divine can meet you halfway and follow suit. I love you. Stick with me so we can go into the Patreon plunge and really clarify these. I mean, I pull as many cards as it takes. It's usually another like 10-15 minutes of us like calling it out. So see you there. I love you. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.